Paul Tapley, the man in charge of these two monsters.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one we've been waiting for. It's the main event between the two big boys, Demsey McKean and Jonathan Rice. A couple of titles on the line, but I think Jonathan's going to start this fight really fast. Almost like he's stolen his boxing bag, boys.
Very excited about this fight, Nathan. Another clash of orthodox fighter versus a southpaw, our fifth one of the evening, actually, but two heavy hitters in here named after the show. Very excited I think this one's going to settle down to Demsey McKean coming in, that big overhand left. Also, Jonathan Rice and that right hand straight down the pipe. Let's see. I wouldn't want to blink for these first few rounds.
If looks could kill, boys, the look they gave each other there just at the stare down as referee Paul Tapley gave final instructions. Both mean business. We've seen some entertainment. Jonathan Rice, Flamingo wasn't real happy, was he, with his entrance? Stole his entrance song, get his bag stolen. Well, he stole the Flamingo's entrance song on his way to the ring. Jonathan Rice spoke with both boys at the weigh-in last night. It was Jonathan Rice 128, Demsey McKean around the 110. And again, as I said, Jonathan Rice again. The story he said as soon as he got in Australia, he said his car was broken into before he arrived to leave for Australia. Nothing stolen but the boxing bag, and he said it was Demsey McKean. So Demsey McKean gave him back a little pink backpack at the weigh-in yesterday. But anyway, all fun and frivolity aside, now we settle the score.
Both boys starting off the round quite cautiously, figuring each other out. I like what I saw Demsey do at the start with that little right jab to the body. I think that's going to be key in here and setting up that big shot. There it was right there, that overhand left. I think that's what both boys kind of got that open guard there. Big, heavy punches, so I think they're going to have to set up that big shot. So.
Yep, this one's scheduled over 10 by 3-minute rounds. And even though both boys have been scheduled to fight over 10 by 3 on numerous occasions in the past, neither boys have actually gone the distance. They've either stopped early for KOs either side of it. And so it'll be interesting to see if this one does get into deep water, who's going to sink or swim here tonight.
You see Rice almost on the forward foot here now, trying to push the pressure, but not throwing anything. I think that's going to work into the hands of Demsey McKean. He's got that, sits on that back left foot well. He's got that, could see there, he goes right there, fires that left hand straight back. That left hand coming down the pipe again.
They're just got to be patient here, Demsey. He's just got to pick his shots. He's got a couple of rounds here up his sleeve just to work out Big Johnny before he lets his power go. Just don't want to rush in, especially in this heavyweight division. You're one punch away from disaster. So patience is the key here.
Especially in these more experienced fights, Nathan. You see these guys that are fighting for the championships now. They've been there, they've done it before, so they do try to figure each other out that little bit as well. Where, Rice landing that right hand through there as Demsey went in.
Yeah, that was a good right hand there.
Very even round, though.
Yeah. Yep.
Hard one to score for the judges.
It's a very even start to the opening round of our main event, or a co-main event here tonight. Demsey McKean, Tower of Terror up against Jonathan Rice. So Australia up against the US of A. As you see, Coach Stephen N.G. from the Matrix Boxing Gym there, delivering the instructions for Demsey McKean. Good opportunity to say a big thank you to our sponsors here of the Ace Boxing Group. Thank you to Ultra Tune. Thank you to Toy Box. Thank you to Zoo Creative. Thank you to Oxworks. Thank you to Pivotal Homes. All of you play a big part in Ace Boxing Group presenting fights of this calibre. Live tonight here from the Gold Coast. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on Epicenter TV right across the globe as we count down to round number 2.
So round 2 coming in. I think this fight will be a perfect one where we get to see how the corners have readjusted their fighters after coming back after that first round. Not a lot was done in round number 1 there, so both boys figuring each other out. The corners would have had a good chance to see each fighter, and now we'll see if the game plan changes a little bit coming out to that second round.
Time.
Referee Paul Tapley taking John Rice over the corner with excess Vaseline on the eye there.
Yeah, a little bit too much there for his liking.
Time in. Box.
All good now. Second round kicking off. We'll see if this opens up a little bit more in this round as both boys have had a look at each other now, have had a chance, had 3 minutes to have a look at each other.
One adjustment Rice has made is he's pretty much holding that lead left hand out as, I don't know, like a rangefinder. He's almost held it out in the face of Demsey McKean.
Landed that left hand there, Demsey did.
Yeah, Demsey is on an 8-fight KO streak, so it'll be interesting to see if he makes it 9 here tonight. It is a tough test for him, especially with such a big man, but he's confident in his power and he's confident in his ability.
Yeah, I think what's going to be a key here as well is patience. Demsey needs to not rush anything and just kind of run in there and wear anything he doesn't need to. At this sort of weight, both boys are going to have extreme power. So if he walks into any of these shots, it could be game-changing. So just be patient, wait for the mistakes to come, and then fire that when it's necessary.
Yeah, he's currently ranked number 14 in the world with the WBO. And every fight he's had to date, he's passed with flying colours. I think it's also worth noting here tonight to everyone, we really should be calling Demsey McKean versus Lucas Brown here tonight, but that's been well documented how that all panned out. So instead, he's got an American mountain to climb here tonight in order to continue on his journey to the peak of the heavyweight hill.
Nice left to go shot there by Demsey.
Yeah, very good shot there from Demsey McKean.
The most telling blow of the fight we've seen so far.
So you can see now Demsey's starting to get more confident with his feints. He's thrown that right to the body a couple of times and then he feinted there and threw that left over the top. That's where he's going to have success tonight. Rice getting a little bit lazier with that jab out there now. The hands not coming back as high. I think that's a dangerous thing to do with someone as sharp as Demsey McKean.
He's almost using it like, as I said, as a rangefinder. He's pouring it out there as opposed to doing much else with it.
Yep.
He's obviously got a plan at some stage to bring something behind that, but so far he just sort of pours it out there and is content just to use it as a, I don't know, a rangefinder at this stage.
Often, James, when a fighter will do that, they'll start to dangle that left out there and then you'll usually see a big right-hand bomb come behind it. So I think Demsey's sitting back on that back foot. He expects that. He knows that may come. So he's being very cautious. As I said, patience will be key.
And you can see
not
that right hand cocked.
Anything silly. That's right.
See if he gets the opportunity to use it at some stage soon, but at the moment, all Demsey McKean in the early stages here.
Oh, there's that left hook.
That was a good left hook there. Glancing the glove, but still hurting Johnny Rice nonetheless. It was a good shot there.
I really like the way Demsey McKean throws that left hand. He really rolls the knuckle over, so he lands that knuckle on the chin. It really increases the power of that shot. You can see it in the replay right there.
Yeah, he transferred his whole body weight. He's a smaller frame compared to Rice.
He's practically given away 2 rounds. He's obviously here for the long haul.
As you said, James, he's waving that left hand out. He might just be relying on that big punch.
Looks a bit more active to start this round.
Does have a big KO ratio in his fights. Jonathan Rice with the 13 wins, 9 coming from knockout. So he is a big puncher.
Yeah, you're 100% right there. He's so Demsey, in saying that, has to always be respectful of his power because once again, one punch away from disaster.
Well, there's that left hand again. Rice looks relaxed when he takes those, though. He's been there before.
I had a glimpse of the first time he's used that right hand as well a couple of times in this round.
Just like to see Demsey start firing that jab out a little bit more now as well, just to make some reactions. Get back to what he done in the first round, just fainted a little bit there, then there's that reaction, and then throw that big bomb.
I've noticed a couple of times Demsey has aimed at his chest too, just hit him in the chest. I think that's a good game plan. Keeps him at bay, just make sure he's at his right distance. Look at it, there it is there. He just taps him, just giving him something to look at always. When you're hitting gloves or you're hitting a chest, it's hard for a big puncher to set because they almost need to have a second to themselves before they set the punch. But if you're throwing something and they're tapping their gloves or doing something, they can't set.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Nathan. That's like which we just seen in the co-main event with Liam Paro before. He was always so active with his hands, creating the reactions from his opponent, which made James Jersey pay for it.
Yep.
Very vocal crowd here for Demsey McKean.
Yeah, good shots there.
Just over a minute left in round number 3.
Jonathan is the current WBC Latino heavyweight champion, and he picked up that strap in his last.
Almost a low blow there. Looked a little bit south of the belt line there by Demsey McKean.
They picked up that strap in his last fight when he scored a first round knockout. So he's a dangerous boy.
He's almost looping that left hand out now. Jonathan Rice getting ready to throw that big right hand. You can see, you can just sense that it's coming.
Right. Step back, right there. Step back.
Jonathan Rice.
Yeah, that was a good right hand then.
Wow. That's
We said
certainly
we could
caught the
almost
attention.
sense it coming, and there it came. There's
Absolutely.
another one.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, big hook by Rice. Dempsey
right on
needs
the
to
button.
make sure he recovers now. Get recomposed. 10 seconds left in the round. Jonathan Rice is going to throw another one. You can see it's coming.
Yeah, he's just measuring it out there with that lead hand, trying to find a home for that right hand again.
Sit back.
End of round number 3.
It's a good.
Good punch in that fight. Is that
Yeah.
enough to change the round, Nathan?
Oh, to me, I think it was. I think it was. It was a very decisive blow. I think he earns that round because of that punch. You could see he caught him unaware. And
See if we can see it in the action replay right here.
This is the one.
We can see he was cocking it up, cocking that left hand, waving it out as the rangefinder. See if we've got it.
Just prior to that, the action there, but he certainly wore on straight down the pipe. It certainly caught the attention of Demsey McKean.
Well,
That's
there
the
it
one.
was,
That's the
right
one,
there.
yeah, and he-
Dempsey nodded and acknowledged
he
it.
acknowledges it. Yeah, that's right.
So what's Demsey McKean think now? He's worn the first, he's felt the power of his opponent probably, well, for the first time tonight. He knows what's behind that right hand now. Does he have to change anything now, or does that change the approach to this fight as we head into round 4?
I think he'll come out a little bit more aware of it, maybe respect him a little bit more. He'll come out with his guard pretty tight and maybe start to throw a little bit more of a jab, just not rushing in too much. He's got to be cautious. At this weight division, you have to be cautious of anybody. And there he comes. As you said in earlier fights tonight, Nathan, sometimes the offense is the best defense.
Yes.
So in this case, I feel Dempsey really needs to pick that attack up, which will stop Jonathan Rice firing.
Yep.
He's done it so far to start the round.
Sometimes, James, it's not necessarily a bad thing. When you get caught with a shot, as silly as it may sound, if you get caught with a shot and you actually wear it well, you think, I've got this.
It's something that someone who's never been I've never understood, but I've heard so many people say it. So that first when you get on the beak, you're right.
It is. Either wakes you up or puts you to sleep.
Yes. And Dempsey's still awake, so that's a good sign.
But at the same time, it would have increased the confidence of Jonathan Rice. Now
Action's
he
picked
knows
up
he
here
can
in the
land.
4th.
Just like to see Dempsey start to throw that jab a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he's going away from that, to be honest. He's curving his punches now as opposed to keeping them straight, and I think that's not a good thing. I think he's got to keep them long and straight. He's got the speed advantage over his opponent.
Sit back. Let his head up.
Yeah,
Step back.
everything
Let him
doesn't
play
have
boys.
to be
Let him play.
powerful. I think that's what the fighter needs
Yes.
to realise in there, that a lot of these slower type punches will set up that power shot, and it's more the timing of the shot that will put somebody down. So you don't have to load up on every single punch.
Load up every punch, you'll be gassed out before you know it. So, yes, tap, tap, and then sink one in every now and again.
You know the saying, Nathan, swing big, miss big. If you
100%.
Oh, that was a nice left hand there, right on the chest.
Rode that punch well, did Demsey McKean, as he tries to get back on the jab.
But Rice is taking these shots well as well. You can see he's got the thicker build, so he's conditioned well. He's taking the shots.
You can see he's comfortable in there.
Absolutely.
He's very
I was
comfortable.
going to ask that question if you guys felt that. You're watching the fight here, at this stage, does Rice have any respect for the power of Demsey McKean? At the moment, he's comfortable.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's walking through. He's taking the distance away. So taking that distance away is taking a little bit of the power away as well.
Yep.
So that's why I also think that Dempsey doesn't need to get kind of reckless when he's throwing his punches. Everything doesn't need to be so hard. He can just set it up with a jab, a couple of double jabs, then fire that big shot down, and it'll be that knuckle on the chin which will land. And more than that, just big, heavy power, thud-type shot.
And even though Dempsey is the taller of the two fighters, I think it's by an inch, 165, 166, Dempsey's 6'6". The
Right,
more
step back.
intimidating
Step back,
man
step
is
back.
Jonathan Rice. He is so thick. Look at the body
He's a
presence of the
hulking
man.
figure.
When that's in front of you, that zaps energy. He doesn't have to throw punches. Just the physical presence zaps your energy.
128 kilos. He took the scales last night.
Here we see some action of the round.
Plenty of punches thrown, not many connecting, but for heavyweight, this is a pretty active round and a pretty active fight overall.
You can see Jonathan Rice even starting to breathe a little bit more heavy now. So this is where Demsey McKean needs to be patient, because winning the rounds with the little shots, keep that lead, and then later on in the fight, when the opponent gasses, that's when.
And he said Jonathan Rice has got a deadly left hook. So with a man of his experience in Angelo Hyder saying that, he's seen a zillion left hooks in his time from a zillion fighters. So him saying that's plenty of respect needs to be shown to the power of Jonathan Rice and that left hook especially.
Scary part, we haven't seen it yet. So
no, that's right.
Oh, there's that
straight
right hand again. I was just going to say, Demsey McKean's almost circling right into the right hand as well. He's moving to the left. With a southpaw fighting an orthodox fighter like that, I'd like to see him move the other way.
Two or three good shots there from Demsey McKean as he backs his opponent up.
this one's warming into a fantastic contest. They're starting to pick up the pace. Both fighters happy to throw a lot more punches at the moment as well, as we're into round number 5.
As you said, James, I don't think Jonathan Rice is showing any respect to Demsey McKean's power. He's walking straight through everything, which is why I think Demsey needs to get back to boxing, not trying to knock him out with every shot, and let's just win the rounds. Oh, nice left hand over the top.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
Some nice work there in the body as he gets a
Work
little
out
bit
of
of a
it.
warning of keeping those punches up from our referee, main event referee Paul Taplin.
I'd even like to see Demsey throw some more straight shots. He's throwing a loop in his shots around now, which Jonathan Rice is starting to catch them. So
Well, that's what I was saying earlier on. He's sort of the first 2 rounds were straight, and then he's changed to these loopy shots. But when you're throwing loopy shots, that means you have to be close to your opponent. It's very dangerous.
correct. And especially with an opponent like Jonathan Rice is not showing any respect to the power, you don't want to be in there.
That's right. And he's a crafty boy. He knows how to box too, this Rice. So he'll know how to time one on your chin. No doubt.
1 minute remaining in round number 5, which will be the halfway mark of this fight.
Right. Step back. Step back.
Another
Get a
little
clean, boys.
lead
Step
right
back.
hand finds its mark for
Another
straight
right hand
right
landing
hand
straight
from
through the
Rice.
middle.
Yeah, that was a good right hand there from Rice.
Work out of it.
It's turning into a very
Step
even
back.
fight
Step
here.
back. Step back.
He wore it well though, McKean. He just his eyes look completely fine. That's what he's got to do. Back on the jab. Back on the jab.
So that's right, back there on the jab, right back, and on the jab, in and out, create some angles, land some shots, not worrying
Work out
too
of it,
much
boys.
about
Get
the
your hands
power.
free.
Got a first glimpse, perhaps that left hook you were talking about before, David. He tried to loop that one through there, lead left
Step
hook.
back. No punching the break.
And Rice.
Go, box.
He's growing in confidence as the seconds tick by. Is Jonathan Rice. He's growing in stature.
Good
He's
round by
growing in
Jonathan Rice.
confidence.
There, I'd have to give that round to the American. You could see Demsey McKean was quite frustrated at the end, shoving him away.
Yeah, he's growing in confidence, the American, no doubt. He's
Looks very relaxed in the corner over there as well.
you can see he's a prize fighter. He's been there, he's done that. He's probably fought in the biggest stage in boxing over in America, obviously. So nothing phases him here. Even walking out, you can see by his ring entrance, this kid's not phased at all.
On into the second half of the fight, round number 6 coming up now.
Yeah, 6 of 10, and this is being fought once again for the WBO Asia Pacific Heavyweight title and the IBF Intercontinental Heavyweight title. Big thanks once again also to our sponsors, Ultra Tune, Toy Box, Pivotal Homes, and everyone over there at Oxworks. Thank you very much for your ongoing support.
Big
And a
right
big
hand
right
by
hand
Jonathan Rice.
from Jonathan
Captures
Rice.
Demsey McKean. He's trying to tie him up.
He
McKean
sees as an opportunity here, does Jonathan Rice. That right hand again, causing some dramas for Demsey McKean.
Throws it again. McKean needs to stay composed now, get back to boxing, stay at distance and box in.
Work out of it. Both of you.
He's been caught hard there,
Step back.
Demsey
Step back,
McKean. He's doing exactly the
Here
right
in
thing
this
now,
one.
tying up, getting his head back, and get back on the jab. That's what he needs to do.
Oh, another right hand by Jonathan Rice.
This is looking dangerous here for Demsey McKean as he's doing all the right things, but he's got a man in the mission in front of him marching towards him. trying to chop him
McKean is
down.
cut.
There's a cut there as well. Blood flowing from the
A
nose.
long time left in round number 6.
He's won plenty in this round here. The crowd tries to get behind Demsey McKean.
Right. Sit back. Sit back.
Jonathan Rice so relaxed, walking forward. You know he's about to throw bombs again.
Look where he carries his hands. Talking to the crowd. The crowd
Dempsey
on as
walks
well.
Dempsey not fully recovered yet. Tying up Jonathan Rice.
I tell you what, boys, a confident fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Oh, that
and
jab.
this guy is growing in confidence every second that goes by in this fight.
A minute to go, still in round number 6.
Yeah, plenty of time.
You're holding him there, Dempsey.
Dempsey needs to stay long now. Jab and move. Jab and move. Running in and holding is a bad move with Jonathan Rice. He's wearing shots on the way in. There's that right hand again.
And surprisingly, we've only seen that left hook once. Is that the thing that he's still got up his sleeve for the later rounds? I don't know.
Go on, Jonathan, let his arm go.
You can see the experience in Jonathan Rice now. Even the way he's tying Dempsey up right now. So relaxed in there.
Yeah, he's chilled. You can see that from the start of the opening round. He's been chilled in there the whole time.
Work out of it.
This is good for
Nice
Demsey
body
McKean.
shot there by Dempsey.
Much better. Much better working place by Demsey McKean.
But again, the conservatives, look at Jonathan Rice. I was going to say the
Oh, he's so
composure.
strong, isn't he?
Nothing
This is the weight
nothing of
difference
that
now as
bothered
well.
him. None of that bothered him. You almost get the impression that Jonathan Rice feels, well, I've felt the best you've got, and I'm not worried.
End of round number.
Presence of the man mountain Jonathan Rice is very intimidating.
I think we need to see Dempsey now start circling the other way. Circle away from that power shot, not lunge in too much. Get back to his boxing.
The crowd up on their feet and cheering, trying to wheel on their man, Demsey McKean, the terror
Moving
of
to the
terror.
right now. That's good. He's moving to the right.
Let his arm go. Work out of it.
Round number 7.
Right. Sit back. Sit back. Don't hit on the break. Come on. Keep it clean. Box.
Aiming to the chest once again, McKean.
Counter right hand by Rice.
Yeah, and there it is again.
He's got zero respect for Demsey McKean's power.
Yeah.
He's walking straight through, taking a shot and firing back.
Now, the three of us know Demsey McKean can punch, so he has to get his attention. This is how he needs to change this momentum.
I just said earlier, he's on an 8-fight KO
Exactly.
streak, so
Hang on, back
he's got
ahead,
power
Dempsey.
himself.
Work out of it. Work out of it. Let him go.
And right now, I think it's very, very important that he lands one of these punches and just lets Jonathan Rice know that if you're going to hold your hands down, or if you're going to leave yourself open, I can knock you out. Because at the moment, you do definitely get that impression. There's a great shot.
There's the start of it right there, James, because he just hit him with a clocker.
Great shot, Demsey McKean. Let's see if he can build some momentum here now for the home crowd.
Work out of it, boys.
Gonna have to be careful when he steps back there now, Dempsey. Rice will start throwing shots on the break.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to stay on the outside, pop his jab, keep him at bay. Stay out of harm's way. This is when that's it. And
He's
then
got to move then after he lands that shot. He should move, as you said.
when he commits, he has to commit hard and make sure his head's in the right position when he commits.
A couple of fantastic shots here from Demsey McKean.
Right. Sit back. Sit back.
Yeah, he's played it smart this round, Dempsey. He's probably got it back so far. Still a minute to go, so still plenty of time. But
Get your head out of
thus
it.
far, he's just fighting when he has to, Demsey McKean.
This is
Sit
a
back.
Demsey
Sit
McKean
back.
round.
Dempsey, don't run in there with your head down. You stop holding too. Box.
He's going to pop that jab right now. Give him something to look at. Keep him at bay.
Oh, nice left hand by McKean there, tying him up.
Yep, that's much better. Much better tactics by McKean.
Let his arm go. You're holding. Let him go.
Two very big
Step back.
boys in
Step
there.
back.
Hard job from Paul
Step back.
Tapley to break them up.
Box.
And he's earned his paycheck here tonight, Paul Tapley.
Go.
He'll be fighting out of his weight division here, Paul Tapley.
Right. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back.
Oh, good shot there, Dempsey. Just a glancing shot. Caught most of the gloves. but had power in it nonetheless.
I think
He's on go.
McKean now is changing his tactics, thinking if he's sitting right on his chest, he's not getting shots. And it's working. Good round by Demsey McKean.
Fantastic
Great
round from Demsey McKean. He was on the receiving end the round prior, as we talked about. Very important. He's changed the momentum here. Now we'll see what Jonathan Rice comes up with now.
He needed the change up, and look, this is what happened here with McKean in the previous round. He definitely changed it up, and he got the success from it.
And possibly the best round of the fight for Demsey McKean thus far.
Well,
Beautiful.
that left hand was nice. A lot of in-close fighting. Tell you what, both boys will be very sore tomorrow.
Still anyone's game, but Demsey is on the right track now.
Looking at the nose in this fight, might be a little few dramas for the modelling career for Demsey McKean. But I'm sure he'll be happy to wear those if he can get over Jonathan Rice in this one. Round number 8. Anyone's fight. This one is very much on the line and up for grabs.
Oh, so I think Dempsey's trying to finish off, going to round 8 as he finished round 7. Tag and hold.
I've noticed Rice this round, but he's coming forward a lot more already. It's only the first 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
But you can see he's got more. Oh, and here he is marching forward as I just said that.
There's that left hook.
You can see in his eyes that this round he means business. He wants to move forward, make sure that Demsey doesn't steal another one off him.
Oh, so relaxed.
Exactly. It's almost like he gave away the last round or was happy just to get through the last round. A different Jonathan Rice this round. But Demsey McKean coming forward now as well.
Here goes on. Right, stop it.
He's got a great fight on their hands here, capping off what's been a super night.
Oh, that right hand by Jonathan Rice. Throws it with 128 kilograms.
I felt that.
Oh,
Here goes on. Goes up.
I was ready to hide behind you, Adam.
Right, step back. Step back. Step back to both of you. Step back.
Minute 30 to go. We're halfway through round number 8.
I think Dempsey needs to just throw that jab out there the distance now, just to stop that lunging punch from Jonathan Rice. But even when Dempsey blocks it, it's still doing its toll.
Go in.
I agree. He needs to just throw something at him. Give him something to look at. We said it from the start of the
Look
fight,
out of it.
and it still applies now.
He's on go.
This is going to use so much energy with boys this big wrestling in there. Need to get back and just throw those shots out, then hold if he has to.
Doing a good job of using the whole ring, Demsey, but just needs to throw something at him. Because you can see Rice just launches in out of nowhere.
And you know what's coming.
Yeah, you can almost just...
It's like he's stopped using that left hand rangefinder now. As you said before, James, he's just throwing just that bomb.
Step back.
But I don't think, even though Dempsey sees it coming, there's nothing he can do about it. He's just got to take it. Oh, there it is there.
It's a looping uppercut.
Here goes on. Goes on. Let him work in there. Right. Step back. Step back. Step back. What you holding inside, John? Box.
Round number 8 coming to a close. Dempsey trying to hold on and get through the round. Just trying to get through every round now, these boys.
They're trying to
Work out of it, both of
clinch
you.
and close is Dempsey at the moment. Trying to throw one punch and clinch.
Step back. Step back.
Another big shot.
Right.
Ooh, end of round number 8. Nathan, you mentioned the top of this fight. What's the most rounds Demsey McKean's been?
He's never been 10, that's what I know. So he's always stopped his opponents before. He's been scheduled for 10, but never gotten there. So I may be wrong. I do recall a fight, I think it was early on in the piece, maybe against Hunter Sam, I think it might have been. Let me check that up. I think he might have gone 10. It might have been with Hunter Sam very early on in the piece, but nothing of late.
But
nothing.
what we know, as I said, he's on an 8-fight knockout streak. So most certainly he has been on a roll of late, as we can see. What, 3 of 5 is that? One 6 of 10, 2 of 8, 2 of 8, 4 of 10,
Yes,
6
he
of 8,
has.
6 of 10, 10 of 10. Hunter Sam.
I was right. Hunter Sam, 10 of 10, and that's the only fight he has gone 10 rounds. So, and of late, obviously 8 fights, Never.
Round percentages show Jonathan Rice, he's a knockout artist. 13 wins, 9 by knockout. We can see why. Boys, there he goes, throwing that big shot again.
As they exchange in our corner.
Commentary box down here just got covered in sweat and blood.
Yep, it's
How's the white shirt?
silly choice, but anyway. As we go into the penultimate round, it is 9 of 10 for 2 championship belts.
Was the urgency on these two men
Jonathan
now?
Rice is giving it everything.
Wow, this has stepped up a notch here now.
Both boys want this fight. Who wants it more?
And they know, I think it's very much in the balance, isn't it, this fight at the moment with a couple of rounds to go.
Definitely.
I wouldn't want to be judging this one.
It's Australia versus America. Who will reign supreme here in the heavyweights? Both boys want to just as much as each other, but there can only be one victor and take 2 title belts home with them.
This is where Demsey now needs to start throwing those long shots. He needs to box down move. He's moving and holding, but he just needs to throw that jab, right, left. To throw those long shots, step back in range.
You want to talk about passion, boys, and teammates. Jacob Benji, the Flamingo, is nearly in at the ring. He's doing everything again to will his teammate across the line. And you can look in the other corner of the American decor. They're up and throwing their arms around as well. I'll tell you what, it's all happening.
I reckon Jacob NG is throwing more punches than Dempsey this round. He's not even in the ring. He's going off.
Step back, boys.
I'd hate to see the CompuBox stats.
Yeah.
Punches thrown to landed from the Flamingo.
None landed, plenty thrown, but...
Minute 10 to go in the 9th.
There's that lunging right hand by Jonathan Rice again.
Oh, good left hand there from...
That's what Demsey needs
Demsey
to do.
McKean.
Now get back to the center of the ring, hold his distance.
As we close into the final minute of this 9th round.
That's what will win the rounds for Demsey McKean.
That's
Those
it.
long shots, controlling the distance, and not risking getting tagged on the way in.
Get your head out of it, Dempsey. Get your head out of it. Let him go, John. Let him go, John. Let him go.
As the referee urges both boys to fight out of the clinch. Don't hold, just fight.
Let him work in
Both
there.
boys running out of energy.
Step back, guys.
What an extremely taxing fight this would be on your body.
I feel sorry for that top rope, having about 250 kilos weight on it then.
This is where Dempsey needs to fire from the long shot.
A little body shot there from Rice in the clinch.
On, let go, his arm.
We went to the final seconds of this round. We're going into the last. Both boys, exceptional performance is going the distance.
1 round left. Demsey McKean, the Tower of Terror. Trained out of the Matrix Boxing Gym. Jonathan Rice in the US of A. You see some of the highlights of what was...
Jonathan Rice, not the most skillful boxer, but geez, he's willing, isn't he?
He makes
Look
it
at
up
the
and hard.
power.
He makes it up and hard.
And you see, we talked about, look at the size of the man, but is it that professional experience, that ring craft? He knows how to get through the rounds. He knows how to survive. He knows when he can.
And a lot of that comes down to as well, coming from America, you could only imagine the world-class sparring he has over there, the fighters that are over there, where someone like Demsey McKean in Australia, our pool of talent of heavyweights in particular, is so small.
We have to catch a flight to get some sparring for these big boys over here. So
You could imagine Jonathan Rice would be a very popular sparring partner in America.
Keep it clean, eh?
This round decide the fight. 10th and final round. They meet in centre ring. Huge night of fights, been a fantastic night of fights. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've got 2 minutes 50 to go. Enjoy the ride.
well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's all or nothing. It is the 10th
Going to
round.
give it absolutely everything now. Dempsey, can he keep him off?
2 minutes 40 on the clock, and we're counting down.
You both press something there. Come on, tight it up. Stop.
He's just going to stay on the jab, stay very smart.
I like it when Dempsey boxes like this on his toes. He just needs to throw something and then move.
Cheap shots, that's what he's got to get. Cheap shots, just keep him at a distance. When in close, clinch him up, make sure his punches can't connect with him by just tying him up, just holding him. Do anything to contain his punches.
He needs to throw, Dempsey. He needs to throw.
Agree.
There's an uppercut there. Oh, that's the first one we've seen for some time there from Jonathan Rice.
Dempsey.
Almost did the job.
Don't let him hold him either, mate. All right?
He's just going to get back on the bike here on the jab. Does Demsey McKean.
He's moving well. He's just not punching.
Yes.
He needs to punch to keep him off. Where was the shot there?
Big shot again there.
Right. Step back. Step back.
His legs are
Step back.
fine. He's just
Dempsey,
his
step back.
outboard, these hands. It's probably not enough.
If he doesn't punch, he won't win the round. Every round could be crucial here.
Absolutely. Is that left hook?
Every punch could be crucial here as he looks for the KO, does Jonathan Rice.
Under 90 seconds to go. Round number 10.
Jonathan Rice almost looks like he's going to sleep there. It's so relaxed.
Listen to this crowd.
Oh, two big punches there from Jonathan Rice.
Final minute of the championship bout.
He's just going to start jabbing and tapping away.
Demsey McKean.
He has come to fight this big Jonathan Rice.
1 minute to go.
Final 60 seconds, Gold Coast. Let's hear you.
That's the Gold Coast crowd. That's the roof off the
Everything
stadium.
on the line.
Right. Step back. Step back. Dempsey, step back. Line it up.
Who's going to yours, Nathan? They've got it falling into
Almost
us.
had him. It would have been squashed, Nathan. I'll
You
tell
were
you that
ready.
much.
You were ready. Now they want to.
We're getting it.
Oh, two good
big
punches
shot
there from
from
Demsey
Demsey
McKean.
Demsey McKean finishing strong. 40 seconds to go. Giving it absolutely everything.
He's out of this ring. He's
Up to the
Rice.
numbers. He's got it. Jonathan Rice is down. Demsey McKean.
He has dropped him. What a shot. A combination
What a
of
finish.
punches.
Demsey McKean.
Oh, would it
Will referee Paul Tapley let this go on?
You can
Will
get a
going
breather.
forward. He lets it go. Demsey McKean.
He's stuck
15
on
seconds.